A stop at Washburn Point is a must if you like to see Half Dome. And that's of course one of the main attractions in this beautiful park. It's October and there are not too many tourists in the park. The winter is coming. The morning was cold. In some areas the temperature went down to 32 degrees. If you have energy, you can hike this rock. I think the hike is about 8 miles, but you need a permit. And I believe it's only possible to hike it during the summer, and in the end of October it's over. Suddenly, Half Dome looks bigger. Glacier Point is slightly lower than Washburn Point, and it's also closer to Half Dome or the valley below. This is also the starting point for many trails, so you can expect the parking to be busy. Let's see what they say. One, two, three, four. Well, they have like 7 trails you can choose from. This is an interesting area. They built what looks like a theater, a small theater, and I'm sure they talk about the park, you know, now and then. They make a fire, they make it cozy, and the tourists will sit down and just enjoy this magic view of the valley and of course Half Dome. The highway into the park from Fresno is 41, and that highway, or at least the part into the park, was built in the early 1900s. I think it was 1933 when they tried to attract more people to the area. And I wonder if they're selling something in this building. I don't know what this is. If it's just information or maybe it's closed. Let's see if... Oh, it's open. I wonder if they have coffee. Because when you go up to a place like this, after hours of driving, I mean, you need something to boost you up. They are selling ice cream, at least.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
And potato chips. He picked the best one. And all I can see is sugary drinks, a few sandwiches, a big air condition, but no coffee. Let's walk up to the real Glacier Point. They call this the Geology Hut. I don't know when they built it, but it looks original. Let's find out.
Too tired to look. Awesome. I need some water. That'll be ready.
They built this one in 1924. That's interesting. I wonder what they study. Maybe they study Half Dome.
Daddy, I think went further along.
There are so many things you can hike in this massive park. And if you think you can do that in one day, that's let me tell you one thing, that's not possible. You need to spend multiple times in Yosemite in order to do 1%. The weather will be like this for the next 4 days, with crisp, cold mornings and daytime temperatures up in the 80s. Look at this. Wow. You see the Merced River going through the valley and the loop road. And they don't want people to go out to that rock, because if they do and they crash, it's free falling hundreds of feet down to the bottom. Woo! That is scary. Let's see, the highest point is Mount Hoffman, 10,850 feet. Half Dome is almost 9,000. That's interesting. Okay, 8,842 feet. What a nice view. I like Half Dome. And we are insanely high up. Look at this. Oh, that's too high for me. A stop at Glacier Point is an absolute must. I'm just saying. This is it. Oh, look at this. People are coming in. from the left, and they are driving alongside the river, and it's U-turning and it's going back. And I am sure there are people hiking Half Dome today. I just have a feeling they close it mid-October. So the next 4 days would be the best time to visit this incredible rock.
몇 장 그 애매하게 무릎 나고 찍었다.
One of the hardest things to do in Yosemite is to find the best spot for the perfect picture. That's all people are doing, including myself. We're walking around the whole day trying to find a beautiful spot. I don't know, but I like to see that cliff in the background. What do you think? Is this the spot? Or should I find a big tree? There are simply too many options. It's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. But it is hard. And people normally take 100 pictures and they will never look at them again. Maybe the first day when they come home. At least it's a nice morning. On a clear day, they talk about pollution. They say that pollution from cars and smoke and all that stuff used to be a big problem. But now, on a clear day, you can see almost to the coast. And the visibility is improving with 2 miles per year. That's an interesting fact. We are going in the right direction. And I'm on my way, deep down in this valley. This could possibly be the mother of all views in Yosemite. We have 100 people looking at the same thing. The beginning of this incredible valley. And I agree, it's a fantastic view. And a super busy parking lot.
The whole valley right here is about 7 miles long.
El Capitan is an incredible rock wall. I can't believe people are climbing this one. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's too bad it's hard to see because of all the trees. And the cliffs are amazing on this side as well, by the way. I will look for a better spot if I can find it. I don't think I can get a better view of El Capitan than this. The first time somebody climbed it was in 1958. And you might ask yourself, how tall is this wall? And the answer is it's about 3,000 feet. I mean, it's unbelievable that people can climb something like this. I don't know what people are doing. It's dangerous. But I think it's fun if you're into crazy stuff. There is also a waterfall that we can barely see from the ground. The Bridalveil Fall. It's coming down, but most of the water is blowing to the side. I'm not even sure if you can see it. It's late in the season, so there is no water. It's probably better if you come back in, say, April, March or April. But it doesn't matter. People are coming to take pictures anyway, as you can see. There are buses with people, hundreds of people. This is definitely the best of Yosemite. And if you think it's crazy today, then you should come in the summertime, where you have 10 times or maybe 20 times more visitors in this park. This is a great side view of El Capitan. And these mountain tops are interesting. There is something called the Cathedral, but I'm not sure if that is what we are looking at. I don't know, I couldn't find any information, but it could be. There are so many mountain tops in the area, it's just hard to choose. This is the beach area. Yes, you heard it. There is a beach in Yosemite, and this is it. There are plenty of people running around. And the view, ooh, yeah, you can't beat that one. There is very little water in this river at this point. But it is enough for a great day in nature. When you walk around in the valley area, you are looking up all the time, because you will be impressed of these tall mountain tops. And if you're lucky, you could spot one or two black bears in the area. There is a small historic village in the end of this valley. It's called Camp Curry. not far from Half Dome. It's a popular place. There is a small grocery store. There is a bar. You can buy coffee and many other things. It's a dark place, at least in the mornings, because the sun can barely come down to this valley. Look at the sides, they are too tall. The sun is behind this one, and maybe later this afternoon it will show up. That's the only drawback, but besides from that, it's a nice place. At least you can buy a cold one and sit down outside and enjoy it. This is what they offer: a pizza deck, a bar, pavilion, Pete's Coffee, a grill, an amphitheater, and a few other things. And after spending a day out in the wilderness hiking, then it could be good with a cup of coffee, or maybe a nice cold IPA. It's a big parking, and people are lining up looking for an empty spot. You're looking at the non-existing lower waterfall in Yosemite. It's not a single drop of water. It's normally streaming with force, but there is no force and there is no streaming today. It's totally dry. So if you're interested in waterfalls, you shouldn't go and look for them in the fall. Come in the springtime when the water is raging all the way from the top and down under this bridge. But people are optimistic. They love this place. It is time to say goodbye to Yosemite. It was an interesting day. It's just too many things to look for, and one day can barely give you anything. So if you want to get the real Yosemite spirit, you have to stay up here for a week or so. That's just my take on it. But you can have a lot of fun in one day also. But don't expect to be able to see everything. That is not going to happen.